Hello guys, so today we are in Skydive Arizona, and coming in such a cool place like this, you get to meet some awesome people, and I was super happy.
Where are these awesome people?
I was super happy to meet Jeffro, because actually just did amazing stunts, and when we started to talk about that, and I was amazed by what he explained to me about the 2 jumps he did with this plane. Can you tell me a bit more about this?
Oh yeah, so the airplane with Luke Aikens flying it in a dive. That was really cool. We did this jump during our last team training camp in Louisiana and got to play with it a few times in free fall, some wingsuit jumps and some free fly jumps. And you know, the first one I think I just went carving around it, and then, which was pretty easy because you're just kind of moving and it's moving, and you know, in a carve you always feel like you have power to move around. But on the next jump, I wanted to dock on, you know, I wanted to free fly like static with it and maybe dock on it. And it's exactly what I did. I flew up to it. It was a little bit of a slow speed, you know, it was kind of like sit, like pretty wide, like Daffy sit kind of speed, slow sit speed. And
the plane was just there.
I got up to it and I was like, it's right there. So I just docked it. And I was like, that was sick. And then break off, you know, we left. So I land on the ground, and that was the first jump like that I did with it like that, and I was like, wow, that was so cool. I land on the ground, and I'm like, man, yo, next jump. I'm like, now I'm starting to get all crazy ideas in my head, like I'm gonna dock and this and that and flip and dock and whatever I was just like dreaming of, like next level stuff already. Go out on the next jump all confident, you know, maybe a little bit cocky, I don't know, you know, maybe too confident, but you know, thought. Based on my last experience, you know, on the other jump, I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Went out and got up to it, and all of a sudden, you know, the plane is like coming at me and going away and coming back and forth and back and forth. It's like moving all over the place. I really never got.
What distances? What kind of distances?
Well, it's just. I guess the wing's always producing lift, so it kind of sometimes it locks in pretty nice, and then sometimes it's just fighting to stay. And straight.
There's nothing that Luke was piloting?
Well, it's on an autopilot setting at that point.
So there's nothing to do.
There's nothing. And Luke said, you know, sometimes it does that.
Oh.
and you know, I was like, I never even got to touch it on the second jump.
You just still tried.
I was trying, but I couldn't even get close. I was like, wow. So it was way more difficult. So, you know, it was kind of a little bit of a roll the dice on jump to jump, how little or you know how perfectly straight or how you know how much it's moving. You know, it's just kind of, you just never know.
Thank you for sharing. But you know, that tells a lot. That shows people who watch the stuff we try to do sometimes that sometimes we also have a little bit of a luck.
Yeah.
Like everything is just perfect with the temperature or light or something that we cannot put in the parameters, and sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, bro, for
bro.
sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You just gotta let me know where these cool people are that you were talking about.
I saw many in this place, bro.
Oh yeah, this weekend there was a lot of cool people, but right now
I don't. And so you know, we also did something very special. It's an extra thing I would love to say. We did this pyro jump, and that was so cool. I mean, I don't know. He has way more experience than us. Karin and I just has for the first time some pyro.
He has more world championships than me, though.
Nah, bro. But that was an amazing experience. Like it was not a night jump anymore. We like to say that was a space jump. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think anybody driving down the highway, looking out their window at night, probably thought it was a UFO or aliens or something, because that must have looked crazy. I mean, it looked crazy, but from the ground, that must have looked
That's the good thing about it. It was exclusive for everyone, even the pilots, for the crew on the ground. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, bro. Anytime, man. Come back to Arizona. We miss you out here. Yeah.
Thank you.